Hello everyone, today I'm really excited to be announcing my newest Rubik's Cube method, the PDQF method. Now disclaimer, it's definitely not finished at this point. The algs are kind of bad, they're not speed optimized very well yet, but they do exist, so it's kind of fully finished method. So let's get into how to solve it, and maybe I'll do some example solves and show off the algorithms. The steps of this method is first, I like to hold white top, green front for consistency, but basically you want to solve EO edge, so that means orient the edges and solve these two. Okay, so now, as you can see, all my edges are oriented, and now I just need to solve these two pieces, so here's one, but it's wrong, and here's the other one, so I'd probably go like that. Step 2 is we're gonna solve this like pseudo rectangle down here, so it's kind of like block building, like this weird, like, I don't know, it's a pseudo rectangle, okay? So you make a pseudo rectangle, put it down there. Yep, okay, cool. Then I like to put the next edge down, and then I like to pair up this back pair. So this would be the red and blue edge. So I could basically go like that with any corner. Like, I guess it's everything pseudo, like pseudo everything. You make this last pair, but then you use winter variation. You use winter variation to insert that and orient the corners at the same time. So now you basically, 50% of the time, you'll have parity with your PLL, but guys, don't worry. I've generated all the parity algorithms. So, yeah, so that's cool. And then, so you solve that PLL, and then you rotate, and then you get normal PLL with 0% chance of parity, and that's that. So this method should have a move count slightly lower than CFOP, which is pretty good. And the ergonomics, the ergonomics are amazing. Okay, after you do EO edge and then the pseudo rectangle, the solve can be done 100% of the time with RUF and also MU if the algorithm needs it. So in the last like 2/3 of the method, it's really good ergonomics. And there's also some extra advanced things you could do, like while building your pseudo rectangle down here, you can look at it first to predict what your PLL will be for the very last step in the method. So that's cool. Predicting the last step from the second step of the method, that's pretty unique, I guess. Also, because everything is pseudo, you don't have to worry about putting the pieces in correctly, which wastes a lot of moves. And there's a lot of efficient things you can do, like building these. So that's kind of the pros of the method. The cons would be having to do a rotation. That's like the biggest con of the method. You have to flip the cube, or you can go like this. I don't really know. The only other downside I can think of is having 3 algorithmic steps in a row. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go through 2 example solves. Here's the first example solve, and the scramble will be up there, so follow along if you want to follow along. So I always hold white top, green front. So for this scramble, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm gonna do R prime D2. What that's gonna do is it's gonna put all the bad edges, well, most of them on the back. And I'm gonna do a B prime. And I just need to flip these two. So I move this out of the way, bring this up, undo, undo. That solved edge orientation. And now our edge pieces are here and here. So I put this one in place, and then I do a B2 to put that in place. Okay, so I see this line down here. So now I'm gonna try and make another line to put next to it. And I see these two can pair up in those 2 moves. And then it doesn't really look that good from here, but I can do a D2 and then pair those up, bring that down, and that's my rectangle. So this edge needs to go back here to build my square, so I'm going to take it out with RUR prime. I'm going to pair these 2 up like this, and then just insert those. Then I'm going to pair these 2 up kind of like this, put them over there, and then I'm going to do the winter variation algorithm. Goes like that. And then, okay, so we have this case. So this case, we just have 2 corners that need to be swapped. The algorithm that I like the most is kind of this Y-perm, but halfway through it's interrupted by U prime, M2, U2, M2, U prime, and then the rest of the Y perm. That's the PLLP. And rotate, and then I got an N perm. That was example solve 1. Okay, example solve 2, so the scramble's up there, so pause the video and scramble your cube. But for this scramble, I always hold Y top green front always, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bad edges. So I'd probably do something like a U move to put a bad edge there, and then something like a R prime, L prime to move 4 to the front, and I'd probably just do an F move. And that leaves us with this one and this one being bad edges. So I could do a B prime, D prime, B. So after that, our EO edge pieces are here and here, so all you have to do is a D prime, L prime, solve that. Next, I see this whole line here, which I'm pretty excited about, because that's kind of nice. And I noticed this, so all I need to do is bring this up and add an extra corner. So I'd move this over, and then I see this yellow corner, so I'd probably bring that up, move it over again, and I can do that to form this line. Bring that line down, forms the rectangle, and put it to the left. So then I'd probably do some fancy block building here instead of F2L to save some moves. So I'd see this corner, and I'd move this edge to the back. I would pair those up, move them out of the way, bring that edge back, and then put those all on top of each other to form the pseudo square back there. Then all I need to do is pair these up, so I could go like this to do that. And now here's this winter variation with one corner, and these two are like this. So it goes like this. After that, I can see I have an F perm, so I know that the bottom two edges won't swap because there's no parity. And flip. And then it was an adjacent swap with a simple G perm. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my new method, PDQF. If you did, leave a like maybe? I don't know, please? Thanks. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. That's about it. Thanks for watching.